All right, everybody. Day 48. 4-8. Tell you, what a storm yesterday afternoon. The rain came down. We're hiking in it. Everything in my pack, a lot of stuff in my pack got wet. It just soaked through, and my sleeping bag just got a little bit. Because it's in the bottom of my pack. My rain cover kept catching water and building up. Everyone had the same issues. So we all got into Mountaineer Shelter. Nothing really dried out because it was cold and damp all night. Rained a little bit, rained off and on. We're here out in this morning, and looks like the rain's holding off for a little while, but it may start up, and it's supposed to rain until 7. So there's a shelter about 9 miles up, and another one at 17. That's a tough call. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's supposed to rain until about 7, so we're playing today by ear. We'll see you up the trail. Mountaineer Shelter. Pretty nice shelter. Room for 12. And that's how many we had last night. Alright. These are my poles. Alright. Back on the trail. Came this way. Went to the shelter. Going north that way. Rain threatening today. So I don't know what we're going to do filming wise, but we'll see. Plus I'll have gloves on, and so it'll get a little tough. Alright, we'll bring you back on the trail for all the good stuff we come to. Just had some trail magic from Jonathan. From Orange, he was making hot drinks for people. Very nice. Got too comfortable and sorry, got too comfortable and wasted too much time. All right, heading north again, behind schedule. So gonna try to make up some time by hustling. Sorry, that means you don't get my full videoing, but I'd like, if I see something interesting, I'll stop. I'm all chilled again now. Alright, not sure what my plans are. There's a shelter about an 8 or 9 mile day. Then the next one would make like a 17-mile day. And then it's like 4 miles to Hampton and a hostel. In between those two shelters, there is another hostel. And they bag there. But of course, once I commit past this first shelter, I'm committed. Oh, we'll see. I don't know. It's hard not having great cell service down here. Alright, let me go put some northbound footsteps on my south facing side. Alright. Here's a very interesting example of something called phototrophism. This tree, or both these trunks, fell over, but they didn't get completely uprooted, and some branches took off toward the sky. When a plant grows towards sunlight, it's called phototrophism. Photo for light, trophism for growth. There are other types of trophism. There's geotrophism. When a seed first pops, how does it know to send the root downward into the ground? So it grows toward the earth, geo. I think there's tactile trophism, but you get the idea. Now what happens on a plant, the top of the tree has something called the meristem, the apical meristem, the top. It has, the bud secretes hormones that keep the tree growing toward light. All right, let me get this right. It's been a long time. The tip of the tree, the meristem, tree plant, not just trees, secretes hormones that affect the growth of the plant called auxins. All right. The side of the tree, or the side of the tip or shoot of the tree that is facing sunlight, does not get as many auxins as the shaded side of the tree. The auxins cause the shaded side of the tree to grow faster, and therefore the tip of the tree or plant grows faster on the shaded side, which pushes the tip toward the light, and that's how you get the growth toward the light that you get. For example, those branches coming off that leaning tree, they became, those branches, the tips of those branches became the meristem. Oh, starting to get some rain. So, phototrophism, growth toward light, and auxins are growth hormones secreted by the tips of plants that affect the speed with which the plant grows. Here's a question for you. Can you answer? If you put a nail in a tree at, say, 6 feet above the ground, 2 years later, how high is that nail? Think about it. I'll answer that later in the video. I hope, if I remember, I asked the question. Walking alongside the Laurel Fork River. You can see, I hope you can see, all the sediment in the stream from the rain. That's how bad the rain was yesterday. Everything is, all the water we've been filtering is brown. Our filters are probably going to get clogged. So, oh, I gotta go uphill. All right, let me get my poles working. I'll bring you back. All right, everybody. Starting to rain, steady now. Not heavy, but steady. So I'm gonna back up my phone. All right, I did want to show you some of these. Don't know what they are yet, but I will look them up as soon as I get a chance. Pretty interesting, cute. I also wanted to show you this trunk, the way the mosses and the lichens and the different slivers of wood grain looked. I thought it was kind of neat. With that, I'm going to put the phone away, wrap it up in its waterproof case. If I get a chance to bring it out, if the rain stops, then I will. But as always, I'll bring you with me on my trip. All right. Okay, everybody. Hardcore Cascade. Told you, even though it's raining, I bring you back for the really good stuff. Rather pretty. A little more than 3 miles out from the hostel. Skirting the ridge to White Rock Mountain. Looks like they had a significant fire here sometime. A few years back. The rhodos are coming back, but they're all small. So I'm going to guess it wasn't a prescribed burn, but rather a serious wildfire. You can see the burns on some of the trees, but everything's a lot of young growth, a lot of branches. Looks like the bigger trees survived it. All right, 3+ miles plus a half-mile hike down the road to the resort. It's, I don't know, 3:10. So, talking about 4:30, 5 at the latest, depends on what the trail looks like. Pretty good, but I'm kind of beat. A long day today for me, but downhills can be tough, especially after a rain. So I gotta go slow so that my heels don't slip out from under me. On that note, oh, I know, I forgot to say, yeah, rain kind of let up a little around lunch, around 1 o'clock, but temperatures dropped in the 30s, high 30s. It was getting cold. I decided to push on the 7 miles to the hostel rather than sleep in the shelter. So, call me a wussy or call me pretty smart. One or the other. Hey, did anybody figure out the answer to that question? If you put a nail in a tree at 6 feet and wait 2 or 3 years, how much higher the nail would be? The answer is no higher. Okay? All of the growth, as far as height-wise, that occurs in plants occurs up in the tip of the stem or the tip of the branches. That's where the length or the height increases. Once a branch or stem, is formed, the only growth that goes on is diameter as it puts more and more cell layers under its bark. So there you go. That birdhouse you've been thinking of putting on a tree but afraid you won't be able to reach in a few years, you can do it. You can reach it now, you can reach it in a few years. All right. Get back to you as I get closer to the hostel. Rain's picking up again. Okay. Well, on the descent, primarily descent left. Seeing lots of bloodroot. That's a leaf. There's a flower. Now the bloodroots are out. I've seen lots of cancer root for the last 10 miles. You see some of the older plants there. And there, see newer stuff too. Well, look at that clump. Wow, look at all these. Mayapple. Look at it all. Oh, look at it all coming up over here. All right. I want to get into the hostel. So that I can do my chores. Ooh. Look at these. I forget what these are. I'll figure it out. I'll let you know. There's also this here. I don't know what that is, but I'll look that one up too. See if I can find it. Look, I found a view. Two miles from Dennis Cove Road. From there I can go get I can walk down to the hostel. All right. All right. Got these coming up. I think they're Canada mayflower. Oh. All right. Close. I'll check it when I get some service. Ran across these chestnut nut husks. Lots of them. These are probably, I don't know if they're American chestnuts. They could be crosses. A lot of people scramble to cross them. But American chestnuts generally don't get that big before the fungus takes them. That's why I think they're either Oriental chestnuts, I wouldn't know without seeing the leaves and the nuts themselves, or a cross between American and Oriental. But that's what the husk, the spiny case. Yeah, pick them up carefully because they hurt. Ow. Usually holds two nuts, two or three, I forget which. American 2. So speaking of chestnut, I bet you that barn right there was built with chestnut logs. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Old barn. Alright, I must get on. It's drizzling again. So, let me get going. Alright, I made it to Dennis Cove Road. Now I'm going to go to the Black Bear Resort. Cool stuff. It'll be nice to get warm. side of the road since I'm a pedestrian. Always walk on the side of the road where the traffic is coming towards you. Alright, let me get going. Alright, I'm walking the road to Black Bear Resort, and there's this beautiful stream running alongside the roadway. Beautiful. Oh, car coming. Alright, see you later. Alright, I'm here at Black Bear Resort. You can rent some little cottages and cabins. There's a bunk room. A little tight in there, but it works. I'll see if I can get a picture of that. Office. In there's a community room, got a TV. Women's bathroom, men's bathroom, laundry in there. That's the owner's house. Let's see what I can do in the bunk room. No one's in here. So they put sheets on the beds that are usable. Little table. Little heater. Other than that, it's a little tight, but it's cozy. Alright, well, that's the night. Short day. A lot of hiking, long hiking day. Short video day because of the rain. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow.